Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So I'm going to read from script. I want to make sure the audience out there understands why I am excited, happy, um, entertained, um, another token, another accomplishment, that I've created. And it feels good and it's an honor. And let's get to the script because I have some important things that I would like to share with you guys. Hold on. Okay. I just wanted to say to the ladies that have been interviewed today, it was an honor to be able to learn you all story today. I feel like it's an honor not to only talk to someone from India, but to talk to someone that's across the globe or across the states, which is Florida. I hope nothing but good things, and it's a possibility that those ladies, excuse me, that those ladies will be sending footage for commercials. So don't forget about them. Their commercials should be right around the corner. Okay, so moving on from that, Manhattan Neighborhood Network is a television network that's geared towards putting people productions on air to their platforms. It's an honor to speak with some of the production team today about ways to submit my work. And yes, I hashtag you guys because this is my first show with you guys. So initially, it's an honor, Manhattan, New York, public radio. How are y'all doing today out there? I'm at 2 minutes and 42 seconds. So let me continue. So I'm going to hashtag you guys because this is my first show with you guys. So join me when I talk about my past, present, and future. So I want to talk about my past, present, and future. Now, I want you guys to know that I'm going to talk about my past leading up into my present, which I'm going to start at 15. At 15 years old, I was working at a grocery store called the Winn-Dixie. I was so excited. I was being homeschooled during that time. And I had big dreams and big inspirations. I was supposed to get my GED, but that course of action changed. So after when I moved, it was because my mother had passed away. And so I went back up to Washington, D.C. to stay with my aunt. I got into the military I worked at Friendly's as a waitress and went to school trying to catch up with the rest of the students. I took maybe 7 or 8 classes um, per semester. Now, a typical senior would have to take 3 to 4 classes because they completed all their classes during their freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. So, but me, I had what I tested into. Um, I was able to pull off doing 8 full classes. And then I got a car and I was in the Air Force Academy, the Air Force ROTC program, and I had a blast. Those wonderful people there that I met. And I ended up graduating from Oxon Hill, 2,500 students, if not more. Um, what a amazing thing to be amongst all of them students. They rebuilt Oxon Hill High School, but I will always remember the traditional Oxon Hill High School. Okay, back to the story. I apologize, you guys. I'm having technical difficulties. So back to the story. I graduated from Oxon Hill High School with honors. And when I graduated from there, I tried to go to a community college, but the way I was applying myself, I failed. And it was some wonderful classes. Um, I forgot, it was somewhere in Baltimore, between Baltimore and Fort Washington. It was a prestigious community college. And I went there and I failed. And it wasn't my time. And to those people out there that it's not your time, keep trying to go back if you want to, in the back of your mind, pursue a degree. So after that, I was on a delayed entry program. And for those who don't know what the delayed entry program is, it is a program that is it's delayed for people that wants to get into the military prematurely. They call it the delayed entry program for the young students. And I was on that program. In between that time, I went to MEPS. In between that time, I went down to Charlotte. And when I went down to Charlotte, I ended up going to the military, Fort Jackson, South Carolina, there. And I took a bus from downtown Charlotte. And I lived in Charlotte 10 years of my life. And I've lived in Washington, D.C. half of my life too. But when I took the bus, I have to tell you about this event. um, I got to Fort Campbell via bus. And it's funny because I was in luxury, compared to some of the people that got there. I didn't get yelled at. It's funny because I did get yelled at, but I didn't get yelled at initially, like I guess it's random now that I think about it, the drill sergeants who they yell at on the bus, who comes on that bus. I've seen them run up on the bus like a bunch of gangsters and just yell at people while they're sleeping. Just sitting there. They're like, get out the car, get out the bus. And all that adrenaline rushing, it takes the fear out of you. But they had cake and they had food galore. I was so happy, man. Like they had food, like it was like a Peter Pan incident there. And you just had food you could eat, and it was a beautiful thing. And as to be quite honest, that was the introduction. I had to give up my Timberland boots. I had to give up my clothes, my civilian clothes, and only wear the appropriate clothes. So we were on like a little vacation for like 1 or 2 weeks. And then when it picked up, did it pick up? Like we were relaxing for a bit. That's why they call it relaxing Jackson. We were relaxing for a bit. I'm not going to spend too much more time on this, but I just have to tell you my story. But as it picked up, we literally walked 2 miles with two duffel bags and how did I do that? How did I duck walk? How did I get smoked? I don't know. It was so fun, yo. It was mentally challenging, but like I enjoy that I'm still government property pretty much, and I appreciate the government. And that's why I always hashtag them. But I learned some lessons and I'm still learning lessons. But 9 weeks of training, and then I went to Korea, had a blast, met a lot of Katusas, which is Korean military, and went to the DMZ where it was a very amazing experience. You know, I got to experience it with some great Katusas. I may, did some wrong things while there, but I feel that I learned and bonded with those Katusas, and I bonded with my NCOs and people around me. It could have been a lot worser. And so I went to, and I've learned some life lessons. There are some funny ones and I'll talk about that on another show about the life lessons I learned with my NCOs. But after Korea, I went to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and I ended up having a beautiful baby boy. And after that, I worked for a telephone agency, which was Convergys and Alorica, but not together. So I said I wanted to do something different. And so I went back to school. I went to a couple of schools before that, but I went back to school. And I when I went back to school, it was at Hopkinsville Community College. I met a woman, a nice woman. She was very courageous and she was going through a lot, but hopefully I touched her spirit. I met her and she helped me through a lot of what was going on. She helped encourage me. And when I went back to school, it was a lot, it was challenging to, take math all over again after 6, 7 years. And I kept pushing and we ended up moving to Hawaii, and that's where things really amped up. So when I moved to Hawaii, I ended up going to Hawaii Pacific University at the Hickam Air Force Base. And I was taking some pretty challenging classes. And I would literally go to sleep studying. I had that drive. I said, I'm going to get me my degree. I'm going to get me my degree. No, seriously. It was one class that was like a law class that I still can't. It was logic. It wasn't even law. It was logic. Try taking a logic class. That is hard. I had to cancel that one out. And I would never forget it. The book and everything. And it was nighttime. I was reading. I fell asleep. I said, oh no, this ain't for me. So after Hawaii, I traveled back to Baltimore, where I picked up at Baltimore City Community College how to I went for human services. I got my degree in human services, finally a degree. In between that time, what is that college? I wanted to give them a shout out. I was going to I took some classes on the side to this online school, and I went Coursera. If you don't know about it, it's Coursera. I volunteered at two places in Baltimore, Healthcare for the Homeless and Our Daily Bread. And I got stories behind that too about a woman that tried to steal my cell phone. But at the homeless, like out of all the places, and then I am and always will be a Eastern Star. And let's see. I said I wanted more. Once I got my degree in 2015, 16, I said I want my bachelor's. So I went back to school, and within a year, I got my bachelor's at Coppin State University. And then I started taking counseling classes and became a counselor. Not a full blown social worker counselor, but associate counselor. You get your certificate in being a counselor. And I was a counselor 2 to 3 different places. And it wasn't that the way the job was set up, you get 50 people that you have to interview within a month. 50 people in a month, you evaluate them at a methadone clinic. And I wasn't ready, but I pushed myself and I grew from it. Uh, I was, I am very attentive now to what people say to me. I didn't know how to engage. I was missing, it was always something missing because I didn't learn the way other people learn. You know, I had to push myself to do stuff. Nobody encouraged me. So, to be quite honest, I got fired from being a counselor. And that is because I, wasn't meshing with the crew. And that's why I choose to work for myself. But to get back to the story, I miss those guys anyway. I sat up there and moved and I said, you know what, the next job I get, nobody is going to be able to take it away from me because it's going to be mine. So, Baltimore, last job in Baltimore as a counselor. Because I was moving out of the area, I officially quit that job as a counselor and moved to Mountaintop, PA. Mountaintop, PA, I was a CEO of my own company, and I had Blue Cloud Cleaning, and I tried to work I tried to engage, and I thought nobody could take this job away from me because I put in money into it, but it was stripped away from me illegally, and I constantly, after that, I became homeless. During this time, Trump was in office when I was doing good. During this time, I was doing really good from like just rising. You know, counselor, working at telemarketer places, working at Friendlies, working at Winn-Dixie to now you're CEO of your own company and magazines, you know, to homeless for a whole year and a half, you know, no good support, just, just, you know, backstabbing, you know, once Trump got out of office, and Biden took office, my life, I look at my storyline of, you know, what happened. And, you know, my life took a turn for the worse. And I still managed to get onto the podcast Business News Network. I still managed to get on the Who's Who. I still managed to have a Wikiта page. I still managed to get on La Raza Radio. I still managed to get on Santa Maria, Santa Barbara, Tap TV. I still managed to get a couple of other odd interviews in between that time. And it was a horrific experience. I wouldn't wish that upon nobody. And when I moved to Santa Maria, California, I ran for US Senate, and I was a part of the Chamber of Commerce. And after that happened, and I moved to the state that I'm in now, um, I am running for US President of the United States, a simple African American female with mental health issues that can be monitored and is not on a high end scale of a danger to herself or others, is running for president. Now, follow me here. I want you all to know that running for president is something that is not a hobby to me. It's something that I take very seriously. Nobody, I wasn't born into politics, nor did I think in my heart that maybe 15 years ago I would be thinking about being president of the United States of America. Because my course of action 15 years ago and my course of action now, um, is a shift change. You know, maybe all that dreaming I was doing, I was maybe praying for the right moment to wake up and see the world for what is happening. And we're really falling, you know, and we're failing Gaia, you know, and we need to come together and we need to make sure we help one another. That is a very serious thing when you can help a fellow or a female. And so I wanted to explain what it means to me right now, to what my accomplishments have been from the ground up. So, and then I'll get off of here. So, starting with being on the radio at age 12, then it graduated from, I got a couple of awards while I was at Oxon Hill High School, but I don't remember what they're called. Then at 18, I got an award for being in the military and a couple of medals. Certificate for being a counselor, that's something nobody can take away from me. Certificate for bachelor's, bachelor's degree, and now I'm about to get my master's. Been in the newspaper a couple of times in Santa Maria. Wow. Who's Who is an amazing experience with them guys. PA Live was my first real live segment with Haley Bianca, I believe that's her name. And then it graduated to Podcast Business News Network. And I just wanted to make sure you guys know that what else have I done? Oh yeah, an award. An award for the national, is it behind me? The National Society of Leadership. I even have notary certificates, and it is an amazing thing, and you can do it too. This isn't by accident, this isn't by default. This is me trying to help the omniverse. I want to help the omniverse see that there is so many outlets that we can take, so many different emotions, so many different paths that we can take. You know, Manhattan Network, thank you. I'm trying to get Chicago. I'm trying to get ATL, but I have the Now Network. I have DCTV. I have Santa Barbara. I have Santa Maria. I have Philly, and now I have Manhattan. So all of those and more coming, and more coming. Y'all like, how you going to remember? You gonna write that crap down. That's how I'm gonna remember. And I sent some videos over to Hawaii. I have to get in contact with, it's hard to get in. I want to, like, if you're out there listening, Nigerians, make sure what you do is you contact me. Contact me with the details on how a television company can contact me, because I can't call them. I don't want to endure that collect call fee or that fee where they like international dialing. No, we're not going to do that. So have them call me, because I know I have over 2,000, if not more, people from Nigeria, if not North, South, East, West Africa that watch me. Then I have a beautiful lady, if not more ladies, if not more men from India watching me. Then I have people from where at, oh my God, I forgot about that Italy watching me. It is an honor, you guys, like seriously, it is a privilege, it's an honor, and I hope to God that you will see me progress. I hope to God that you will see my progression for me to become president at least by 2032, but run in 2024. So I'll tell you exactly real quick, and then I'll get off of here, what I plan to accomplish as President of the United States of America by 2032. So, what I plan to accomplish is if we can put money into different countries, we can put money into our country and our people instead of raping their pockets. So we need to put more money into Social Security, find out ways to up and increase the revenue within Social Security by investing into Social Security, different finance departments, and seeing how we can influx the amount that is being received and the benefits in the outlets that are giving to the people that have disabilities like me. Then I will, oh, that sounds so great, the Kimberly Cloud administration. So anyway, I plan on also be getting my doctorate's degree. I had to throw that out there. But the plan for presidency is to make sure that Social Security is increased, veterans benefits are increased, benefits across the board are changed because I'm a veteran. What else? Then we have better shelters, better classes for the workers that work there. You know, police officers with more stealth technology and robots on the block helping them. Every two robots can save 10 officers from an illegal firing exercise where somebody just shoots them from the car and they don't expect it. What they need is stealth technology. Somebody speeding, they don't see them. Even though I'm cool with what they have now, because sometimes I just be driving, I don't be speeding, I just be driving, and bam, I look up, they right behind me. I be like, oh crap. But if they had stealth, then people really be on their toes, like, let me not speed because they got stealth technology, man. They could pop up out of anywhere. Like seriously. Then a robot on every block. It can start off with it doesn't have to be a movable robot. It can be an actual electrical box security system. Let's say a black male that was spotted on the east side of another state, right? He was wearing a black jacket and he has a 40 cal on him. But in order to approach him, we call that probable cause. But if we were to have machines to scan him like they do in the airport, per se, that would be safer to come at him like, hey, I know you got a gun. Put your hands up, or else you will get shot. That will keep this neighborhood safe. So for every two robots, that saves 10 police officers' lives from being shot. So I just made that up, but I think it makes sense. So anyway, what else? More more pay for the veterans, more advanced technology for our soldiers getting in and shipping out, more advanced procedural technology for those soldiers. Because if we think about it, China is getting up there. It is like crazy. Like seriously, we need it. We're not even advancing our technology, like really, with the soldiers. Come on, snap out of it. And what else? We we got so much as is, but we also need to make sure we recreate laws that hinder people from being prosecuted for murder. If it's justice, swift justice, and if there's more than one accuser that is of a certain profile that is going somewhere or doing something, then we can profile them and figure out a match in a mental capability profile, or however, whatever y'all call it. We need to revamp the FBI. I don't know, I'm not going to say whether they all need to be fired or not, but there's 35 FBI agents. 35, wow. I know y'all laughing like, she said 35. No, 35,000 FBI agents. And there's 300,000 to 400,000 police officers across the globe. I mean, across the United States. What's wrong with that picture? So that's like me. They're burnt out. Think about 35,000 to what? 300. Think about this, you guys. It is over 400, if not less, and it's counting up because of people coming over here. 300 to 400 million people on the United States soil. And there's only 35,000 FBI agents. And there's only 400,000 police officers. That makes me feel unsafe. So why are we defunding the police? Why are we not helping the police make correct busts? If you encourage the police with more technology that's easier for them to limit their lives being taken, maybe they would take their jobs more seriously. So, make it fun and creative. I seen one clip of a police officer dancing. He was just break dancing. It was so funny, you guys. And, I was like, okay, break dance. But, other than that, I'm gonna get off of here and edit this crap because it's getting really up there. So, yeah, I'm gonna make sure, and that's a little bit of what I plan on doing. I'm not taking no bribes. I come from the gutter. I am very well educated, and I'm not taking no bribes. I'm not doing anything crazy to hurt us as human beings. If anything, I want to enlighten and enhance us. And I've been given that gift. Just give me a chance to show you. Let me show you. Let me show you the way to go. Michael Jackson. So take care. It was an honor. I thought I would be in the middle. Yeah, I should have been like that. Um, Kimberly Cloud 2024 president. Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you, Donald Trump. I'm doing this for you. Jump in, jump out. Marjorie Taylor, that's your name. Howard, keep going, keep going. Y'all are so funny, man. I love you women. I am taking pointers from you guys with your funniness and how you're sarcastically funny, but it's truth, and you don't bark until somebody tries to attack it. And that is something that is exactly how I am. But I'm not. I get too emotional, but I have good intentions at heart. So I'm practicing my craft. Like I said, I'm not that ready, but I'm getting my feet wet. I'm the first African American honorably discharged veteran that worked for everything that she has. Yes, I'm going. Take care. Be safe. Bye. Big shout out to Manhattan. Is it cold out there? Is it cold? Bye.